let's look at a monitor within Aviva Advanced Analytics, where I've arranged several outputs of one of my models. We're looking at here in the top left are my targets, upper, lower, and target for my continuous process. And the reason I've deployed this model is because my actual value, which is here in purple, is not all that consistently within my targets. You can see here, if I bring it back, you can see it's pretty consistently low. And so I'm trying to use this model to help optimize my operations. And one of the things that I've done is I've started to predict that dissolving rate using the model. You can see it's gotten really close. If I go over here and emphasize that particular property, you can see it's very nicely hovering right next to my actual dissolving rate. However, there are some discrepancies, and these are definitely cases where I can say, what are the factors that are causing the prediction to deviate from actual operations? And these are things where I can now look into the live data, which you can see below, and gain insights into changes I can make to consistently reach those targets. Now, if I want to see the behavior of my data, here on the right-hand side, I have the ideal model conditions using kernel density estimates that allow me to understand the consistent and typical behavior of all of my inputs, my viscosity, my fill level, my speed, and understand how these have behaved recently, so I can understand if there are hidden modes or hidden behaviors that I wasn't aware of prior to running this model. If I scroll down a little bit more, I can even see cases where it's looked at all these input variables, and based on these learned ranges, it's identifying for me when those different inputs are in anomaly, whether the dissolving rate, for instance, is an anomaly, or my outflow rate. And it's even to be able to tell me what those anomalies are and rate them via severity, so I can know where to allocate my limited hours during the day. On the left, it can help guide me towards how I can more effectively run this site. For instance, it can let me know that my temperature value is currently low based on the ideal range that the model has observed over the training period. It's basically letting me know that this temperature reading is actually outside of range based on its historical ideal behavior. This might not even have tripped an alarm or a traditional set point, but here the model is giving me these insights before those set points and alarms are reached, able to give me those catches that allow me to take action before I actually significantly decrease quality. And how I can numerically react is the model's also giving me an anomaly score, letting me know altogether in aggregate what is the net amount of anomalous behavior across all these different data streams. I can set up alerts and calculations right here within Aviva Advanced Analytics, so that if my anomaly score grows too high, I can set out a preemptive alert before my traditional notifications would even let me know that something is amiss. And then finally, when I want to understand the cause of these anomalies, and when I'm trying to take action to drive up my quality and increase my operations, I can see what the model has learned as the key drivers behind my output behavior. If, for instance, I'm trying to consistently keep my dissolving rate on target, the model has learned that amongst all the different inputs that I fed into the model, it is my granule size and outflow rate that have the biggest impact. And so if I have limited hours and resources in my day to spend to troubleshoot this process, I can know that based on what the model has learned, it's recommending that any change that I make on the granule size will have the largest and most significant impact on my dissolving rate. Now, these are just a sample of some of the analyses, some of the outputs that can come from the machine learning models here in Advanced Analytics. And these monitor displays are ways of taking those analyses and grouping them into arrangements that logically show different steps and that present all of the model outputs so that your analysts and data scientists can use this data to take action, understand how their changes can make impacts on the line, and ultimately drive ROI based on the work that they spend in Aviva Advanced Analytics. And this is only a sample of what monitors can look like. There's absolutely others with different use cases, such as energy optimization and anomaly detection. And if you have questions about a specific use case that you're attempting to go after with your sites and your data, please let us know, and happy to talk about how Aviva Advanced Analytics could be put to work in your use cases as well. Thank you.